Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Today, I have a special guest, my upstream and best friend, John, who actually helped me with so many things in my life. He helped me get, my medical device, and he's mentored me the whole way, held my hand. And it's been such an incredible experience just going through this journey with him. And so, yeah, his name is John Atkinson. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? My name is John. My background is a former professional athlete for the LA Galaxy and also 10 years in the food industry. And it's been an incredible journey to see Sammy grow and transform into the leader that she is today and the lives that she has impacted. She's made impact on 100 people's lives and families. And there's a thing called the ripple effect of not only impacting those families, but bringing awareness to the most important thing in our life. And that's water, and that's hydration, and that's life. Life came from water. We are 70% water, and the water that you drink does matter. And it's the most important thing we put in our body daily. It's part of our daily necessities, our daily needs, and just super excited to be here to share this moment with Sammy.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm looking for the questions. Okay. All right. So, what did the business do for you when you first started?
I think for me, when I first started out my business, it really awakened me to a community of like-minded people that had a drive to change the world. When I joined and started my business, it was in January of 2020, right before the pandemic happened. Not only did we not know what was going to go on, we didn't know the world was going to be shut down. And so we need three things in this world. It's health, wealth, and community. And it gave me the opportunity to expand my vision on all three of those. And I think the most important thing is community, even now, as the world has opened up and we are part of a global community, a global business. It's bigger than ourselves. And you have to think water is the most universal language that people need to survive. Even more important than food. You could go days without food, but you can't go days without water. And that's what people are waking up to. That's what I enjoy about my business and helping people just like Sammy and people like you tuning in to saying yes to this opportunity. As I'm a firm believer, I always say we're one person and one decision away from a completely different lifestyle. And I'm an advocate for that. And also, too, I've seen that happen over and over and over again. So just super excited of where I was at before the business, where I'm at currently, and where I am going. It's a 3-part process, and we're always evolving. We're always changing. And that's what excites me about the day in and day out of this business. I really call it a lifestyle, but sometimes people say business. It is a business, but it is truly embodying a lifestyle.
That's amazing. Yes. So speaking of the water, what did the water do for you when you first started drinking it?
Yeah. So back in 2016, I had a kidney scare. And so there's this thing called the GFR, which is the filtration rate of your kidneys. A normal range is supposed to be between 100 and 120. Mine at the time in 2016, when I had surgery, was a 68. And the doctor pretty much said, hey, there's not much we can do. We can maintain through being on a pill called lisinopril, which brings down your blood pressure and regulates it. And so I didn't think too much about it and what the impact water has on our kidneys and water has on our organs. And so when I first got on the water, I was, for the first time, my body, and majority of people when they do get on the water, it's the first time actually feeling hydrated. hydrated at the cellular level, hydrated at the mitochondrial level, and so much more that goes into it at the organ level, and truly detoxing. And I think we overuse that word so much in our society, and has a negative cognition to it. But if we're not daily detoxing what we are exposed to, and that's free radicals. Free radicals come in the forms of high-end sugars or not processed foods, alcohol, drugs, certain lifestyle things, even going outside, the air we breathe, the ocean that we swim in, all these different environments that we're a part of, even being inside, it's, the toxic, or even fragrances that are part of our daily lifestyle. It really got me thinking of, okay, how can I make that pivot? And so when I got on the water, I actually felt super hydrated. I had a really great recovery. I slept normal for the first time in terms of feeling rested when waking up. I was working crazy hours, kind of burning the stick at both ends, and it gave me an opportunity to sleep 7 to 9 hours when my sleep was limited, and feeling fully rested. We live in a society where when people wake up, they first grab their coffee, grab their energy drinks, and this water is truly the true energy force that our bodies truly need. So those were some of the things, but the big one was the GFR. And so a year into the water, I went back to my doctor, and they were like, wow, your results for your GFR are really unbelievable. They went up to 102. And so they're functioning now, even though one is only really functioning, and my blood pressure has dropped, and my lifestyle in terms of that has gotten a lot better. And most importantly, peace of mind, I would say, Sammy. So just super excited to share this with the world, share that story. There's a lot of people that are out there sick, going through things. And this is a lot of answered prayer for a lot of people, including myself.
So good. I love that. Wow. It's a miracle. So I'm curious, how did you feel when you first heard about the income opportunity outside of a 9 to 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think 90% of people get this unit in their kitchen for the health benefits, and 10% do the business. But I think that percentage has really shifted. I think personally, people are looking at extra streams of incomes, and there's a certain percentage where a dual or a single income is not really sustainable, especially what the world we live in, the inflation that's going on, especially in this country, rates going up, housing going up, lifestyle changes that are going up. And so when I was, introduced to the business side, it really got me excited, because not only are we making impact, but we're getting paid by lives being changed. And through my 9 to 5 experiences, you're not directly getting paid for changing lives. Yeah, you might be helping people and doing that, but you're not really seeing that direct impact that that our business does, our lifestyle does for so many people. And so when I was looking at even, how the direct sales works, similar to real estate, the overrides, the residual income, working hard, but also most importantly, the duplication process. And that really excites me. It's like, it's really cool to make, a certain amount of money, but when you help other people pay their bills, you help other people make an extra, maybe it's $100 a month, maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's up to 5,000 or beyond, 10,000, whatever their needs and whatever they're happy about, to make pivots in their life, and getting those messages like, hey, you changed my life. You helped me make, my bills this month, or, hey, we got to go on an extra vacation with the family. And so that's super lucrative to me to be able to empower people to put more money in their pocket by making impact. And I always say we're paid off of lives being changed, and that comes down to servant leadership. And so there's a lot that needs to be done in this area of the world, and we have it all. And it's the three things, like I said, is the health part, which 90% of people get involved with, the wealth part, which is the 10%, but that percentage is changing, in the community. And so with that three mixtures, that puts you in a great driving position to have the right vehicle to reach your own goals, reach whatever you want to create in your life, with your family, with yourself, with your friends as well. So, but yeah, those are my key takeaways from the business aspect.
Love that. So how do you feel the business transformed your mindset and your physical health? And also, did you meet any friends along the way?
Oh yeah. Well, Sammy's one of my best friends in terms of being able to stay committed to the commitments. I think, life's not easy. Life is not linear. There's a lot of peaks and valleys we all go through. And so with the business and owning your own business, it's a lot different than a 9-to-5. And what I mean by that, a lot falls on our shoulders. But what is incredible is we have a system in place and a community that is backing you, that is cheering you on, that is collaborating. And so I love not only working with friends and getting to know people that are like-minded, but the collaboration on how we can find solutions for people in a short amount of time for the longevity of their lives. And so that right there fires me up in terms of the business side. And also too is it's not I always think business and owning your business, or even 9-to-5, it's never a business problem. It's always a personal problem. And so the more you work on yourself, the more you break through your barriers, your traumas, your growth opportunity, your physical. When you get fitter, you just feel better, you live better. Mentally, when you have mental clarity, you could think better, you could connect with your higher self. Emotionally, when you go through your stages of your childhood, your teenage years, early adult, and adulthood, when you start cleaning that stuff up, things become clear and you become more relatable, because you could help people and you could say, hey, I used to be that person. I used to be where you're at. And this is a vehicle to get you out of that situation or get you into a spot where you're back on track with whatever you want to reach. So there's a lot of answers in business. I'm always a big advocate of entrepreneurship and people that own their own business, whether it's a brick or mortar, online business, direct business like us, because we are ordinary people doing unordinary things in a time where corporations are ruling a lot of this world and have indoctrinated us into a system that we need to spend a certain amount of hours for our worth to be paid out a certain amount. And so with this opportunity, you could work as much as you want, and there's no ceiling. There's no limitation for any of us. And I think even for, knowing Sammy being a woman, that's really hard to find in the 9-to-5. And so owning a business like this, especially for women, like my team's 80% women, our community's 80% women. Women are incredible in the workplace. And I think this vehicle gives women an opportunity to, have no rules, to work how they want to do it. And the most importantly is being paid their worth. And a lot of times people don't talk about that in entrepreneurship or starting your own business or direct sales. But what you put in is what you get out, and you're highly compensated for that. And so I've seen so many, like Sammy herself, being a woman, being able to stretch herself and lean into her growth. And there's no ceiling, the sky's the limit. And it's not just Sammy. There's a lot of incredible women in our community, on our global community, that are making these changes and that are getting compensated what they think they're worth, which I think is, as a male, I think that's a beautiful thing. And also what is deserving of this way and this lifestyle. And so we come across people that love their 9 to 5s and do it in addition. And I think it's a great way too. We have people that do this full time. We have people that do this extremely part time. And so the flexibility is in the freedom. So
Love that so much. And just one last question. So what excites and motivates you every single day?
I think what excites me and motivates me is each day is different. You could talk to one person yesterday about a health thing that's going on with them. And then tomorrow I could, strike up a conversation with someone that's really healthy, that they just want to get on board for the business. They want to create financial freedom. They want, to be around motivated individuals. So what motivates me is each day is not the same. And so a lot of times people get in that rut of the 9 to 5 of like, oh my gosh, this is the same. They drive the same route to work. They do their 8 hours. They bring their same lunch. They're hanging out with the same people. They don't have access to resources that maybe they do want to move up, right? Maybe they don't have mentorship. And so I just look at, again, it goes back to the three things is the health side of this, the wealth side, and the community. And so a lot of times people at 9 to 5s are like, well, I can never find someone like myself, or I work for someone that's been doing this job for 30 years and I don't want to be that person. Well, you have a community of diverse individuals from all over the world that are in your spot or super relatable. And I think we're living in times where everyone is relatable. You just have to find the right people to be surrounded in. And just because you're in our community doesn't mean you're going to find the right people right away. That takes work. You have to put yourself out there. You have to connect with like-minded people. And the business, I'll say this and end with this, the business works if you work, and if you show up for yourself. And so that's what I love, is just showing up, being the change, showing, hey, I was here, I'm here, and I'm going here. If you want to come with me, by all means, join me. If not, totally cool. This isn't for everyone. And living an extraordinary lifestyle isn't for everyone. So those are my key takeaways. And we're always here. Sammy's here to serve. I'm here to serve. And this is always bigger than ourselves. And that's what I believe each and every day. And each day is different. So that's what fires me up and motivates me as well. And also too, just learning different things each and every day. If you're not challenging yourself, like I just got off some calls, I learned some things from my clients, our global company, customer service, the backside of our company, also the front side, how we are with our clients, how can we best serve people. And that at the end of the day pays your bills on how well you can serve others.
Love that. Thank you so much for your time, John. I really appreciate it. Thanks everyone out there for checking out our video. And, I'm really excited because this is a very special moment. This is the person that helped me get to where I am today. So best friend and business partner, we get to pick and choose who we get to work with. So really incredible. Again, thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for my next video. And as always,
stay on fuego.